Okay, let's work on number 3, which, as I mentioned before, is just a noun phrase, so the 10th American.
The 10th American.
And maybe I'll make this a bit louder again. Sorry about that.
The 10th American.
Okay, so again, just little minor things. This is overall just a nice transcription of this utterance. There's a question about whether that initial the is voiced or not, is voiceless or not, voiced or voiceless. We can listen to it. And it's like, it goes by very quickly to begin with. It's about 22.5 milliseconds. Yeah, maybe voiceless. I'm not really opposed to saying that. I can kind of see the, since I know how to read these representations, I can kind of see the voicing in it. We'll see that as we move on through the second part of the semester. And that's why I transcribe it as voiced, although it's not uncommon for those interdental fricatives, or any fricative really, to be voiceless at the beginning of an utterance, even if it's underlyingly voiced. Hopefully I said that right. So voiced interdental fricatives like the can often become voiceless at the beginning of an utterance. So this is not like coming out of left field or anything like that. It just doesn't seem to be voiceless in this particular case. We can listen to that in 10th, see what we think of it.
10th.
Yeah. So this is the part. I think you can hear it. At least I can hear it a little bit better than I can see it. It sounds like And I always crinkle up my nose when I'm making a nasalized vowel. I shouldn't, because you don't need to. You just need to lower your velum, right? Rather than Yeah, so
10th.
a little bit nasalized there. It's hard to hear a distinction between like a dental N and an alveolar N, but we can kind of just expect that N to be more dental or interdental because there's a th right after it. So that person picked that up. Got stress right on American, which is great. A little minor distinction here. Like, is that in American rhoticized or not? Oftentimes you wouldn't expect it to be in this kind of open syllable context where the is not really forming part of the coda of that syllable, but is rather the onset of the next syllable.
American.
But yeah, it kind of does look like it's a bit rhoticized here. American. Yeah, so I don't have a problem with that, even though I missed it. So good on you, number 3 transcriber. We can listen to that last vowel as well.
American.
I transcribed it as a Bart I. This person transcribed it as a schwa. It's a bit ambiguous. And actually, now that I listen to it, I kind of feel like the schwa is probably correct here.
American.
When I listen to it in context, it sounds more like a Bart I to me. Just grabbing this bit of it, I think maybe maybe a bit more schwa-like. Yeah, I mean, it's not the goal. My goal to like get picky about these individual little contrasts, though, especially in unstressed syllables. It's hard to hear. Like this vowel is very short. It's only about 40 milliseconds, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference. Generally speaking, you expect like a Bart I here, which is kind of how I put it. But you can get a schwa there as well. So good job, number 3 transcriber as well. I'm happy to see how well this is going so far. We got 3 more to go. I'll try to get through them relatively efficiently. See you in a minute.